It was another night at the Triangle, the office where the OGG staff goes for various classes. Everyone had picked up and left for the day, ensuring that all office doors were closed and lights turned off. This left the place quiet, with only the sound of air flowing through the vents. The surrounding area was vacant at night, with no traffic or people around. The night shift manager had turned the office over to Alika, mentioning that he would be at the airport for the remainder of the night and would leave from there. Alika was assigned to give a class for the night crew, a class of 3 officers who were training to be certified in specific duties. Before starting the class, he made sure the building was secure. He walked the hallways to ensure everything was in order and all office doors were shut. In one hallway where the men's and women's bathrooms were located, along with a few more offices, Alika noticed a balloon, something usually found in the canine office, floating motionless in the hallway. The balloon was shaped like a dog and displayed a full depiction of a dog on it. It was drifting in front of the men's bathroom, facing the opening. Alika didn't think much of it. He grabbed the balloon and returned it to the unlocked canine handler's office. However, in his haste, he forgot to shut the door. He then began the class and started training the 3 officers. After about an hour, he called for a 15-minute break. The training room was freezing, so the officers decided to step outside to warm up. Alika left the training room as well. As he was heading out, he heard a rustling sound against the wall, coming from the canine handler's office. He turned immediately and walked toward the door to investigate. Just as he was about to approach the door, he saw the balloon dog floating out of the office. Alika scratched his head and watched as the balloon floated down the hall, stopping in front of the men's bathroom once again. The balloon hovered motionless, its face facing the bathroom, as if it was staring at something inside. Alika took a quick peek inside the restroom, thinking it might just be some weird draft. Not paying it much mind, he returned the balloon to the canine office and made sure to shut the door this time. When break time ended, the officers returned to the training room. Alika informed them that there wasn't much left to cover and that they could finish the session in a quicker amount of time if no one needed another break. Everyone agreed, and they continued with the training. The remainder of the session lasted about 3.5 hours. When it was nearly over, Alika informed the officers there were just 15 minutes left, at which point they could clock out and go home. One of the officers, named Derek, said he needed to use the restroom and hoped it wouldn't take too long. Alika replied, "Just let me know when you're done so I can lock up and leave." Derek replied with a chuckle, "Sure thing, boss man." 15 minutes went by, and the remaining 2 officers clocked out and headed home. One of them asked Alika if he was leaving too. Alika replied, "As soon as Derek finishes destroying the bathroom, I can smell rotten meat all the way in my office." The officer laughed as he headed out the door. 10 more minutes passed, and Alika began to wonder what was taking Derek so long. He must have had a really upset stomach, he thought to himself. As he left his office to check, his phone rang. He quickly returned to his office to grab the phone. When Alika reached his desk and picked up the call, he saw an unfamiliar number. He processed the number in his mind, but before he could answer, it had stopped ringing. As he walked down the adjacent hall toward the bathroom, he heard the toilet flush. Finally, he thought. But as he turned the corner, he saw the balloon dog floating out of the office once again, stopping right in front of the men's bathroom, becoming motionless once more. Alika frowned, thinking it was strange, but chalked it up to another draft. He returned the balloon to the canine office and made sure to shut the door this time. As Alika closed the canine handler's door, he decided to call back the number he didn't recognize. When the person on the other end picked up, Alika asked, "Did someone from this number just try contacting me?" The voice on the other end replied, "Yeah, this is Derek. I was trying to call and let you know I finished and left about 12 minutes ago, right when the other officers were in the parking lot. The first time I called, it just hung up. I decided to wait until I got home to use the bathroom." As soon as Alika heard that, his phone reception dropped. He felt a chill run down his spine. It was then that he noticed the bathroom door slowly creeping open behind him. Unbeknownst to him, his hand was still on the handle of the canine office door, causing it to open once again. The balloon dog floated out of the room, following the same path as before, stopping right in front of the now fully open men's bathroom. Alika stood still, watching as the balloon dog hovered motionless, peering into the bathroom as if it were waiting for someone to emerge. He felt a strange unease wash over him, sensing a subtle change in temperature, which he attributed to a draft. Slowly, Alika approached the bathroom. He peered inside, but saw nothing. He stared at the balloon dog and noticed its head was now tilted upward, as if it were looking at something on the ceiling. Alika's eyes followed its gaze. As he tilted his head toward the ceiling, a pale, disembodied face lingered at the edge of his peripheral vision.